This is Gemstones and Whiskey, an Outlander podcast. I'm Reena Ezra.
I'm Alexandra.
And we are on episode 12, Lallybroch. Finally, you're playing it after the intro, and the lovebirds are finally going to what is going to be hopefully their new home.
Yeah, Jamie hasn't been there since he was captured and then whipped nearly to death.
And this is our first time seeing Lallybroch besides the flashbacks.
Yes.
Also, the first time meeting members of his family.
Yes, this is a big homecoming episode. How exciting.
Yeah, but with every episode comes excitement, and I always have a little bit of fear because I don't know what to expect, always a little bit of nerves. I'm just automatically sad because I know I'll eventually be sad because anything that's good in the show just gets crushed, and your heart just gets ripped out and stepped on, and then stuffed back inside you, and then ripped out again, and then spat on, and then backhand slapped, and then given a kiss, and then putting back inside your body. So that's how I feel. What about you?
Same.
Also, yeah, I guess the opportunity for Claire to finally play housewife.
Yeah.
She's never had a home to actually do. They've always been guests at Collins.
Yeah, but she's not a housewife yet.
No, she's not, no. She doesn't even know how to take care of a castle.
But she's also, like, a visitor again, and also meeting, like, the in-laws for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But isn't it nice that they're meeting the in-laws when their relationship is so strong and they've been through so much together, as opposed to as if they just got married and then met the family.
Right.
That would have been very different experiences.
Yeah.
I don't think it wouldn't have been good or bad or whatever. It just would have been different. Oh my God, it feels so long ago when they got married up to this point. Just like how they feel about each other has just been so heightened. But also for them to finally not be on the move and they're stationary. And there's his family shield, I guess you would call it, their badge, their symbol, their house.
Sigil.
Thank you. Yeah, so immediately when he comes back, he's getting flashbacks of Blackjack.
Little PTSD.
Yeah, just a little bit. A lot of difficult memories rushing back. And his sister. She cannot believe he is here. Jenny. Isn't that cute? Jamie and Jenny. And she's pregnant. And they embrace. So lovely. Oh my gosh, she probably missed him so much. What a strong woman. Jenny is, I love Jenny. His sister is such talk about feminine power, another strong female character holding down the fort while he's gone, and she just does so much, and she just takes care of everybody. Immediately he's on edge.
Yeah, this isn't really the reunion that I think anyone expected.
Yeah.
Essentially, Jamie thinks the little boy that he sees is the product of what he thought was Jenny's rape by Blackjack Randall, and that she named it after him.
Yeah.
And he's quite upset, and she says, no. She's like, so let me get this correct. This is what you're thinking? And he's like, yeah. And also, you're pregnant again, so whose is that?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
Immediately he's like yelling at her.
And assuming that she's pregnant again by accident, through some terrible situation.
And she was just like, don't, have Claire in my business. I mean, she can call her Claire.
And they are going at each other. And I think it's so cool because the actress that plays, oh my gosh. What's her
Jenny?
name? Jenny, thank you. The actress that plays Jenny is so much smaller.
Yeah, she's short.
Than Sam Heughan. And it's just so fun to see her be like stoic.
Yeah, she stands her ground. She also, I love how she fights back. And we just found out Ian is Jenny's husband, which is obviously Jamie's brother-in-law, which is the father of all these children.
And also Jamie's friend from when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like, they grew up together.
Yeah.
He's essentially lives at or around Lallybroch.
So he's known him for, obviously, a while. Yeah, so another information we just learned about Blackjack Randall, which do we know the information about Blackjack Randall yet, or was that revealed?
About what actually happened between him and Jenny?
Yeah, I mean, that hasn't been revealed yet.
No.
Specifically, but okay, so I won't say anything.
Oh, and...
I just didn't know in previous episodes, because you kind of, get it more and more, because he was,
no, not
hinting
yet.
at it, but you're right,
No,
okay.
not yet.
So, we're now, you're gonna get more and more things from this episode, because you're just gonna have more flashbacks when Blackjack Randall, was at this place. And it was obviously sick and mean and whatever, to Jenny. He was, terrible, but when he, lashed Jamie, but there's just more that is going to... then we're going to find out about and know. So obviously Jamie's very, very curious. He needs to know what happened between Randall and Jenny. And here she goes. She's just going to say it once and never again. So listen up.
I love Ian so
much. How did Ian
much
lose his leg? Serving?
In the war.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I love him in Friends.
I've never seen Friends, so. I mean, I've seen...
Friends.
Oh, Friends?
In Friends.
I thought you said the show Friends.
No, the war.
I was like, I've seen an episode or two, but I don't remember that actor. That's so funny. Okay.
Oh, no.
Friends, gotcha. So yeah. Randall took her upstairs, and we all, she was probably assuming how this situation was gonna go when he led her into the bedroom. God, so terrifying.
Gross. Cringe factor.
Yeah.
Ew, he's smelling her hair.
Yeah, that's definitely cringe. Before we even get to
this part.
The thing he puts his finger
in her on her lips.
Yeah.
Ew.
And his fingers are bloody. They're dirty.
Ew.
They're gross from
Ew. I don't like this. See, you don't like blood stuff. I don't like
this. I don't like this either. Nasty. Wash your hands. And she's trying to remain calm, or just I don't know. At this point, I guess she would try to zone out or tap out. And then here's when we learn something. So I forgot about this bit. She took a candle holder and smacked him in the face.
Yikes.
Yeah. Now he's really angry because she's trying to defend herself. Good for her that she tried to
Yeah, go Jenny. Love Jenny too.
She got him good. She hit him in the freaking head.
Oh, but don't even say that.
So that's a fake penis. Obviously, that's a prosthetic. You don't agree? It's just so funny because penises they're silly. They're fun. There's like.
They are silly.
Right? Like, if they're not erect and they're just dangling and it's not attractive. Like, what is there that it's... So here we are, this scene, he's trying to get hard. And she's laughing. Like, literally,
yeah,
she is laughing.
And he...
Because he can't do it.
Doesn't like that. And he says, turn around.
And she just kept doing it. She knows she's gonna get, like, slapped by him.
Yeah.
But she just keeps laughing.
I mean, what a boss move.
Right? She's got balls.
She's
got a lot of courage.
I know what I'll do.
So, she obviously kept laughing because she knows he didn't enjoy it. But I don't think this scene goes anywhere else, if I'm remembering correctly.
No. So he essentially is about to knock her on the... There we go. Knock her on the bed frame.
Yeah.
So she does pass out. So she doesn't really know.
But there you go. When she woke up, he was gone. And she wasn't touched. Like, nothing happened to her that we think. So we know that we can, like, assume. And if he wasn't able to perform or couldn't, like, get it up for her, like,
Perhaps there's an issue.
Perhaps.
Of some kind. We don't know what.
So now she wants her apology because obviously that baby she's carrying is not a bastard. And it's her.
So Claire kind of tries to, like, stand up for Jenny. And Jenny's like, excuse me, I don't need you to stand up for me.
I love she...
Sorry, what's your name again?
Yeah.
And Claire's like,
she doesn't even need you to say.
Trying to help you, and Jenny's like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need help. Yeah. Jenny's so satisfied. She's just like, yeah, I played that conversation really well.
And this is such a different side of Jamie that Claire is seeing. He's like, don't, like, embarrass me. Don't embarrass me in front of my family and my servants, okay?
Yo, I do agree with that. Like, you're in somebody else, because, like, Claire always does this, which I think is, like, disrespectful. But you are under somebody else's roof. You're in somebody else's home. Like, don't... I'm not saying, like, don't speak unless you're spoken to. Like, you're obviously freedom to speak. But, like, don't, don't think, like, the situation when you just walked in. You don't know who these people are. You didn't just meet them, whatever. Like, these are his family. You also want to be on their good side. And it's just, like, you can learn a lot by just being silent and listening. Just sitting there and watch and listen. But I feel like Claire always has to say something. Whether it's in defense for somebody or whether it's against somebody or whether it's, like, just shut up. Just shut up. You don't have to say anything right now.
Yeah.
But... yeah, like, it is knowing your place in his family. Everybody has a place, and it's just, like, you have to know, you just have to learn that. You have to learn the ropes.
Also, loving her outfit.
She's
like, I'm going to take my man's kilt, and I'm going to throw a big belt over it. And this is called fashion, honey. So the room's a little tense.
Yeah.
And Ian's like, so, Claire, where are you from?
Yeah. He's the nice guy that engages in conversation.
And she says, well, I'm from here, but I guess this is my home now.
And Jenny didn't expect that. I don't think Jenny she was gonna stay. Oh yeah, that he was gonna stay, right? Because obviously people are still after him. And they're still hoping that they'll get a pardon from the Duke
of Sandringham. Oh, and Jenny says, never thought you'd be trusting the English. And I don't think she just meant the Duke.
Yeah.
Ooh, very tense between the ladies.
Yeah. They're also sniffing each other out. Like, they're also measuring each other up, you know? Like, they don't. And Jenny's being protective. She's doing what she has to do. She's been running this house since he's been gone. So she's kind of she's at the head of the table right now. She's like, she doesn't know who this woman is.
Yeah.
I love how she's so stern sometimes. Like, she's like the hard one, and like Ian is like the soft spoken man, like the guy in the by her side. Like, they're so
love the wallpaper.
Very cute interior design. Loving it. Oh, it must be so nice. They get their own room, and like, you know, just not sleeping on the ground outside anymore.
Also, these people came into the house, and now Jenny and Ian moved down the hallway. Like,
they took their room?
moved the servants moved all of Jenny and Ian's stuff.
Well, that stinks. I would tell them to get a different room. Why do you have to take my room? Just get another room.
You know there's other
rooms.
Get a room.
Because he's
technically brought her up.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at those sheets.
I'm
Look
obsessed
how nice
with this room.
Look at this blue. This color's so nice. Is that his father's blade? Or Viking blade?
I think his grandfather's.
That blade he's showing Claire by the bed. Wow, 10th century. Oh, right. She was raised by an archaeologist. Claire would know these things. I forgot. That was the very beginning of the, that's how the very beginning, first episode started. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
And God bless anyone else out there listening to our podcast and watching Outlander.
I like
it's okay, better out than in. Isn't it weird when you hold in a sneeze?
It is. It's really
weird.
It
makes your head feel, like, weird. It's just sort of...
I think, if I'm remembering from the, like, producer podcast, I think there was supposed to be a whole other storyline with that sword that ended up cut. So, like, there's this whole long scene about that sword. And it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think it's really necessary. Is it, in the book, like, does it give you more information or, like, loops things in, like, in future episodes or something?
Maybe. I can't really remember exactly what it is.
There's just so much.
Your hat say fart?
Yeah, it does. It's fine art reject. I don't know. I got it at New Paltz from a store called Crusted Magic.
Okay, but fine art reject.
See, I don't know. I know it's weird. I know it's weird, right? But it's a beanie that just
guys. We just recorded
and
3 episodes, and it took me 3 episodes
to notice my hat.
Your hat says fart.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Farts are funny.
Farts are very funny. My nieces are obsessed with farts. Actually, they're kind of obsessed with, like, very, very gross things. They say, like, really gross things.
They say?
Yeah.
They do. Do they also do gross things?
No,
or they
like
say it?
They say it.
It's better
Which
than
I'm
saying
like, yeah,
it
like
doing
yes,
it.
girls can joke about gross things.
Yeah.
And like I thought it was funny at first, and then I'm like, that's really kind of disturbing what you just said.
So, we're going through another flashback
with his dad.
Yeah, we see Jamie's dad for the first time.
Stopped by right before the first whipping or in between the 2 whippings. I can't remember. And he's like, listen, I'll be out there. I'm by your side. Just do whatever he says.
Great advice, Dad.
So Jamie's sitting in this flashback with Blackjack Randall. And he's like, oh, I met your dad. He's really worried about you. He's like, so you got these charges against you.
And already Randall says, yeah, they can't go away without written consent from the Duke.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like some of it's just such bullshit. Randall's just making it harder.
Well, again, he's like, oh, and it would be impossible for him to make it back in time, so...
Yeah, is this their first meeting, their first encounter, Randall and...
No, because they met when... Well, they must have known...
Oh, before, right.
Yeah,
he was
at
right.
Lallybroch is the first time, like, we see their real interaction, but I'm sure they had interactions before that.
Right.
That we don't necessarily talk about. So we're back in current time, and so...
Well, the 1700s, Scotland time.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not current. Yeah, we don't know what Frank's up to. We have not been back in the 40s in a bit.
Oh, so Jamie's just talking about Blackjack and how he likes to play with his toys and says he was pretty blunt about what he wanted. So it seems as though Blackjack propositioned Jamie in exchange for not getting whipped. Ugh.
See, so he already knew.
Jamie
knew that Blackjack
was... Jamie knew that Blackjack wanted his body, but I don't think you necessarily know that he wouldn't want other people's body.
Well, he could be fluid. That's true, I guess.
Or it could just be a control thing, too, like less about actual attraction.
But he knew it was sexual, no? If someone's asking for your body, give your body over to me?
Is sexual pleasure sexual, or is sexual, like, power sexual? Because, like, sex can be used as a weapon. You know what I mean? So it doesn't always mean, like, I want to do that for my own sexual pleasure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And not, like, I want to have power over you.
Yeah,
you know?
I think he just enjoyed anytime he had power. Anytime he had power over Jamie. And whatever way that was, like when he was even like pressing his finger, Randall was pressing his finger to Jamie's like open wound, and those were very like fresh cuts, like any kind of infliction of pain. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Like he has such a bad past with Randall. It's disgusting. I like the blue vases, everything in this room.
So Jamie says he considered it. And Claire's like, ooh, that must have been difficult for you, Jamie.
Sure.
And Jamie's like, but...
Of course.
Basically, like, I was thinking about my dad, who, like, had just come to see me, and... Like, what would he think of me if he found out that I gave my body over to this man?
Yeah. Yeah, so you think, a good thing he thought about his dad so he didn't break.
You're asking me?
Yeah, he literally almost died when... Randall just kept giving him lashes. But he chose that because he thought of his dad. He chose that instead of...
Well, because he didn't...
Giving in to Randall completely.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
And his dad saw it. We didn't know that before. They just said that now, right?
Yeah, and... Well, we're about to see. So this is gross.
Oh, his dad died. His dad probably had a stroke or a heart attack.
He had a stroke.
Oh my god, he died seeing Jamie almost beaten to death and he couldn't take it.
And Jamie couldn't be there.
Oh my god.
Like for his funeral
burial?
and stuff.
Oh my god. He never saw his grave.
I don't know. I think maybe he should have just done it.
No, I agree with Claire.
Well, sorry, not that he should have done it.
If he gave in to Randall, it wouldn't have made a difference.
I think
agree.
his dad would have been happy that he was still alive. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Aww.
That's so messed up. That's terrible. And they're like, yep, let's get cleaned up. Time for dinner. Oh my god.
Just gotta keep the episode moving.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, very quiet and tense dinner. Well,
Jenny won't even look at her.
It's
Jenny
just the ladies.
They're
waiting for the men to come.
She's not even looking at her in the face. Oh, now she's kind of looking at her.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, when Jenny is or isn't looking at you.
I don't even know. Solid questions. Jenny asking her these interview questions. She's right here.
So, have you ever run a house before? And we all know the answer is no.
Yeah.
Claire's like, Saved by the Bell. The men are walking in.
And she's like, I'm a quick study. I'm sure it's a lot. It's a lot to learn how to manage, this house. It's oof. So now they're going to have people come to the house eventually to collect their rents. Excuse me, to collect their rents. I love listening to the crickets.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just
so
enjoying
peaceful.
Watching this episode and listening to the crickets. Sorry, that's not good for a podcast.
No, it's not. But we sometimes we have lulls.
So
This episode. Sometimes there's a lot going on.
I know.
Sometimes we gotta wait till information is revealed.
So essentially, Jamie's like, well, I'm gonna just get to work here and I'll take a look at the ledgers and, essentially, like, I'm just gonna step right into this leadership role, alright? And Jenny's like, oh, are you? Have fun.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even bother asking her, though.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, you've missed so much since you were gone, Jamie, which I think he's just doing, like, being a classic dude. He's being, like, a man, like, of that time, whatever. He's doing, like, his whatever thing, and he's like, I'm entitled. I have a rightful, this is my position, this is my...
Well, he's also still supposed to be, I think, like, 22 or something.
He's so young.
Like,
is Jenny older than him? She's younger, no?
I don't know.
I actually don't
Older.
recall.
I think she's older.
Right?
I think.
But he just asked her, like, you don't get caught up at least. Like, you don't even know what you missed. And, like, Jenny could be helping you instead of you trying to you do everything on your own.
So this is like, it's like he's having a big open house.
Yeah.
So everyone's coming to say hi. Because they're doing rents, right?
Yep. So instead of them, going to the other people of the village and collecting it, everybody comes to Lallybroch and gives, their piece of the pie, whatever it is. So this is also... insight into how Jamie is going to handle the situation. One guy, Duncan, is gives them only half of what he owes because he says his cows were sick and whatever, and Jamie's just like, oh, you'll settle it up next quarter, and the difference between how Jamie he just gives him oh my gosh, He just gives the dude his money back, and he's like, I won't squeeze you when the times are hard. But, like, his decision-making from Jenny's, I'm sure, is a little bit different. Which they need a lot. They do need a lot of money and collect the proper rent to run a place like this.
Yeah.
It requires a lot. And you need... Money makes the world go round.
Which is so silly. Like, sometimes I just think about how it's such a made-up thing.
What, money?
Yeah.
Here comes Claire to get in the middle of another person's business.
So a little boy was, like, sneaking around trying to grab one of the Bannocks.
And then
his dad
yeah.
Came up and
Just
smacked him. That was backhand too. I think. Yeah,
backhand slap.
It was a backhand.
And
it was knuckles.
Claire was just like, "There's enough of the Bannocks. You should."
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you discipline my child?"
Yeah.
Or?
She's like, "You shouldn't be hitting him. Take your hands off that boy or whatever." I love how it's an English claptrap. Don't be filling my boy up. Don't be filling his head up with all that English claptrap. Also, that's like the second time someone's been racist toward her. I guess English is a...
Yeah.
You know, they have already...
Exclusionary.
Some sort of, like, you know, negative, just don't like that Claire's British. You're around again, a bunch of Scots, and she's the outsider. She's the one who's not from this area, so... Oh, this poor kid. Oh my gosh. This kid's got bad bruises on his back.
Aw, poor kid. Also, like, it's always the women paying attention. I'm just saying.
Yes, yes.
So Claire's like, well, I saw his father beat him up outside, and he has bruises all over him, and Jamie's like, oh, that bastard?
And, like, he has to tend to everybody else at this party.
Yeah.
And Claire's like, Jamie, did you just hear what I said? Like, aren't you going to, like, take care of my issues or, like, what I...
Jamie, there's another, like, classic example of something I found out that isn't my business that's now become my business.
Yeah.
Are you going to help me with it?
Yeah. And now he's coming into the room, probably drank quite a bit, had a lot to drink. First night back, you know, at his, second night, I guess, back, but having a party with all these people. And they're going to be, like, classic, you know, angry married couple with each other. He's making a lot of noise as he's trying to take his clothes off. And, you know, she's trying to sleep. And,
she's like, shut up.
They're just... Oh, yeah, she should learn Gaelic. You are living with a Scot now, and they speak Gaelic. You should know how to speak that, Claire.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, so essentially Jamie's like, well, I beat him up to show him about discipline. And,
Lord Brocktork is
so
his title.
He's feeling,
yeah, this is the most
real important.
Yeah.
A lot of bravado.
Yeah.
He's like, I am big man on campus.
See, I think that's also so, like, adorable, where he's like, you've actually seen an elephant?
Yeah.
And she's like, elephants make lesser impact. And he, like, you know, just jumps on the bed.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I rode one too. And he's just like, oh, wow. Like, he's, you know, like, there's just, like, certain things that he just hasn't explored or he hasn't experienced, and he's, like, kind of, like, still a kid in that way, where he's just seen more of the world.
That wallpaper is gorgeous.
Yeah. It is very nice. I do like the how Lallybroch looks. The castle. Getting some points for costume and set, people.
Here's what I like. Not a lot from the outside. Beautiful on the inside.
No, I mean it's just stone on the outside or rock, right?
Yeah, but it's also like not huge.
It's supposed to be like
what I mean?
Medium-sized fortress, I guess. Right? Everything's
Is that
like
its
a
category?
fortress. Yeah, yeah. And here comes Jenny. Asking about the rent that was collected, and people had a hard year, and Jenny's about to give him some information. Because it's true, their estate won't survive if...
Yeah, I mean, they need
and
the
they
money.
have mouths to feed if they don't have, like, enough money. Oh no, and now that son that was, like, beaten by his dad threw him out. Oh my gosh, and now where's he gonna stay? Ooh, good one, Jenny. That's so true. She's telling Claire, you think life just started because you just walked through the door? There's a whole, there's already a whole system that was in place and everything was happening before they even arrived here. And he's so gone to Jamie's head just because you're the lair of this estate. Doesn't mean you know how to run it. This back and forth between the brother and sister.
I know.
I'm digging it.
It's really good. Because it is like, it's childish, but the things they're talking about are adult problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's just interesting.
The bread tastes like it's made with pebbles. Yeah, his food does not look good. Oh wow, the mill's not working. More money to... They're grinding flour by hand. Oh my god, this staff must have to do so much, this cooking and prepping. Who's gonna fix the mill? Do it, Jamie. Deal it with yourself. That's the other thing too. You have to be a handyman. You have to be able to fix stuff on your property because who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Nobody's gonna come. You gotta be able to fix shit yourself. And that's how,
I don't know. I feel like you should have, like, in your community, someone that fixes mills.
Yeah, for sure. But, like, I'm saying back in this time, you'd have to wait a while if they're coming from the village. Or if, like...
Weren't they all just
you have
there
a lot of
yesterday?
blacksmiths, but you have a lot of blacksmiths and carpenters. You had people more who used their hands because that was more the jobs. I feel like as time's gone by, like now, how many people know how to, what millennial knows how to fix stuff?
Oh, his butt was just out. Look at you.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Booty.
How many millennials know how to fix things?
Well, it's just changed. So rather than that, they know how to do tech stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, like...
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which not everyone knows how to do, but like... Oh, no! It's
my god!
Coats.
Jenny, once again... Fucking saving the day! Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if they're just patrolling or they really are checking to see if Jamie is here. So, obviously Jamie is underwater, hiding himself by the mill, and Jenny and Claire pop a squat over his clothes so they don't see it. And she's immediately they gotta keep their cool, man. They were, I think just making their rounds. They weren't looking for anything in particular, but obviously if Jamie is seen by the redcoats, that's a dunzo. They'll take him in, so.
Yeah. But of course, these are nice redcoats.
Yes, and they're trying to help fix the mill.
They're
it's no,
the
don't
one time you don't want the nice ones.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, no, it's really not an imposition at all. Here, let me take off my outfit. I'll hop right down in there. There's a shirt.
Jimmy had to hold his breath underwater for a while. Oh, look at that dirty water. Ew, disgusting.
Claire can't say anything.
Yeah, right? As soon as they hear her British accent. There we go. The mill starts working.
It's a shirt. How'd that get
Oh, is that what was stuck in there? And now Jamie's naked? Is somebody gonna come out with no clothes on? Come on, red coats leave so we can see.
See what?
See?
What do you want to see, Reena?
We can see, our reward for the trophy for being so patient in this episode. Ugh, look at him. Pops out of the water. Oh yeah, he's full on naked. He's using his hand to cover up his front cover. But he's full on naked in there.
Yeah, and apparently it was like winter or something. It was like
must
freezing.
Be freezing, I'm sure.
Yeah. Which is like the last time you wanted for a guy like to not have clothes on.
Oh my god, right. So this is the first time Jenny's seen his scars in a while.
Oh, yeah, the back.
That's why
I'm so desensitized.
I know you are. I know, we are so used to seeing it. It's true. But I just noticed because
I'm like, show
Jenny's
the front!
just because her face, like, she was just froze for a second. She quickly turned away and ran.
Yeah,
but I forgot that she has not seen his scarred back. And that was obviously quite a shock. Emotionally and a lot, whatever. And also, I think this is really cool that Claire's like just walking down a hallway in his house, and you're seeing all these paintings of their family members. It's like these women that are on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you walk down.
Oh, it's of Jenny. One is
with her birds. Yeah. It's like when you walk down a hallway and like. I don't know, at someone else's house and they have all the pictures and stuff.
I think it's like cooler photos. To have paintings.
How
to be
cool
honest, I know. If like you did walk around somebody's house and it wasn't photographs, it
and
was
especially because you have to be like, who's this one? Like it's not as clear who that one is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a painting, not a picture.
That's very true. But that's definitely a different. I should get more paintings for my place. I definitely have more. You have more photographs up instead of paintings.
No, I did not grow up in like a photograph household. We took a ton of photographs. We have them in like bins.
Are they in scrapbooks
and stuff? No,
albums?
But they're in bins.
Oh wow!
But like a lot, and like I love like going through them periodically.
Yeah.
But I would always admire going over other people's houses and seeing like, the ones who do like the family photo every year and they have it like in the hallway or...
My family's not been that way, but...
Yeah, I don't know. We just weren't... I just was thinking the other day, like I want to print out a picture of like my boyfriend and I and like have it in a frame in my desk or whatever. I've just never... I don't think about that. What about you?
Same. Because everything is so much... I mean, everything's digital now.
Yeah.
I still like actual pictures to go through. Growing up, my parents always took a lot of pictures and a lot of videos. I have a lot of VHS tapes when I was a kid. Like, I'm very happy.
Do you have the little ones?
Small that you would have to put in the camcorder and hook up with the yellow, blue, and red cord for TV and stuff. Yeah. So but I do, recently I was thinking of I want to print out new photos and put them in frames and hang stuff around everything because I want to change the look, the look of the living room or just the interior, it's just I just like going through the stuff too, even if it's in a photo album or a scrapbook. It's more of a shared experience when you're going through pictures by yourself on your phone. It's solo, you're swiping through. It's totally different. And I do want to have stuff that if I have kids one day or family, whatever, I give them this thing and it's oh yeah, you can go through. There's a picture I saw recently of my grandparents who were in Iran, and it's a black and white photo, and or photos of my mom when she was young, and anytime it's a picture when it's in Iran, that I'm that's special. Because it just looks like it's an entirely different world. It's an entirely different period.
That was taken from there too, which is...
Yeah. I remember the time where we would always have those cameras though, when I was young for vacations, the, why am I forgetting?
Oh yeah, disposable cameras?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd have to
I'll tell you what I miss is candid photos. I feel like our generation,
Everything's
I'm
posed,
trying to
yes.
think more, when I'm in, groups or whatever, just hanging out or whatever,
yes.
just take candid photos, because
yes.
that's what I love, just a snapshot of, a slice of life,
yes,
right?
Yes, yes.
Rather than everything being posed.
Yeah.
And
agreed. Yes.
I don't know. When I think about going through my family photos, so many, you had the posed ones, but then so many were just, people sitting on a couch, talking.
Yep.
Whatever. And, that's where you actually see people being themselves.
Oh my God, there's a photo of my grandma tickling my sister and I.
Love
and
that.
Mid-tickle.
Yes.
It's mid-tickle. And we're laughing or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, for pictures to be taken at that time, it's not blurry.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes when you're just taking a picture of your phone and the movement, it's just totally off. And you're the resolution's terrible. But it's actually a good photo. Yeah, I totally agree with that. All right.
So Jamie finally went to his father's grave for the first time, and Jenny followed him there.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
And they're essentially
tough.
both hey, I have something I want to say. Mm-hmm. And so Jamie's let me go first. So he collected the extra rent that he didn't collect on actual rent day.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, brother. Listen to your sister.
He was maybe I can talk to the boy's aunt and see if she could take him in. And Jenny's nah, don't worry about it. She's already taken him in.
He's gonna stay with them. I also do like Jenny's cape. What is that? Whatever the whole and the how it clips. I love that.
Yep.
Those things look so cool.
So they're both apologizing to each other.
They're getting emotional.
They're hard-headed people, but with hearts of gold.
Mm-hmm. At least they're able also to communicate and talk about their issues with each other. They're such a good oh my God, this is such a good brother-sister duo. I absolutely love this.
So Jenny's yeah, and I saw your back out at the mill pond.
Yeah, I'm sure that was very hard, yeah. Because she hasn't seen what that looked like before. And she thought it was her fault that Randall beat him.
Aww.
And she's probably been carrying that with her for years. For however long.
And they've both been carrying so much from that day.
Yes.
From
oh
that
my gosh.
instance.
Yes. Yeah.
And this.
They probably never talked about it.
Yeah. Well, no, they haven't seen each other.
You're
so
right. Duh, because they took him. You're
both
right.
of them building it. You think about it over and over and over again throughout that length of time, and so it morphs into this alternate version of the reality.
Mm-hmm. And they each thought they were at fault. They each thought they did something wrong. They each thought they were the cause of whatever. And it's just no, Randall's just a freaking asshole.
Right?
He's just a terrible person. He just inflicts pain on people. It could have been worse. One of them could have died. I know the situation was really bad, but it could have been worse.
The dad died.
Well, no, I'm saying that.
No, I got you.
Jamie and Jenny. They're Jamie and Jenny. JJ. Yeah, it's just Jack Randall's just twisted. He's so twisted. Yeah. He's up there as for a villain in a TV show. He's
I think he might be the worst.
I don't know. I have to go through the catalog of villains in a TV show.
I don't know. It's between him and he's very Ramsay Bolton-esque.
Oh, good pick. Ramsay from Game of Thrones. He's so freaking messed up.
Yeah, they're messed up in similar ways.
That's a really good. That was a really good.
Because they're psychological.
Yes. Yeah, and what they each do, right? What Ramsay Bolton does to what he calls Reek.
Yes.
Which wasn't his real. I don't even remember the character's name. Thank you. Yeah, what they each do to, like, that person they latch onto, that is the victim of most of their torment. Yeah. Damn.
Yikes. And about, like, breaking the person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. That's, I guess, were those similar, time periods? Maybe I'm just clumping it all together. I don't know if that was
the
also
other
the
one's made up.
1700s.
So.
I know, but you can kind of place it in a century if you were to place it, right? And it wasn't Scotland, obviously.
Medieval-ish? Because that would have been what, the 1500s?
No, you're right. It was older. You're right. It's much older. You're right. Well, I'm glad the family resolved all their
Claire feels like she actually belongs there.
Yeah, this is as if it's like, you know, a regular evening. They go to their room and they're gonna go to bed. Oh, I'm so happy that they get this moment and they're like they're finally able to play husband and wife in a house. Oh, he has everything he wanted in his life. Oh my God.
Love them.
He's just
Happy
holding
together.
her from behind.
Also, Game of Thrones is based on real life events. Like, it was inspired by real life events.
Right, yeah.
In the late 1400s.
Oh, 1400s, yeah, so. Yeah. Before this time period in Outlander. In this show, obviously. Oh my gosh. They're so gushy. Aww. The first night he swept her up in Leah. He wakes up every day. And that's the thing too. He wakes up every day and he sees her. And he loves her even more every day.
Love it.
Oh my God. If your hearts aren't melting at this, you don't have a heart. Maybe you guys need to find some love or something. Is
that the first time they say I love you? Or she says I love you.
No, they've definitely said it to each other before.
Have they?
I don't know, but it's late. Like, they've definitely.
Have they? I don't think they have.
No. How? How have they not said it before?
Because they got married because they had to, not because
but so much has happened where they could have. I don't know.
I think that's the first time we hear one of them actually say I love you.
Well, it's pretty big steaminess factor. We are getting so Claire
wakes up to an empty bed.
So close to the end of the episode.
She's hearing a male voice that she's never heard before. And
great, awesome.
Jamie's downstairs at gunpoint.
See, I told you people, anytime there's something good, something bad happens after it because God forbid we enjoy a nice show.
Yes, it's episode 12. Is this episode 12?
Yeah, we just finished episode 12.
Yes, that's the first time that they said I love you.
Wow.
Wowie.
All right, scoring section.
Woo-hoo.
Steaminess, plot, feminine power, costume, set, and cringe. Steaminess.
Steaminess.
2 or 3? I mean, that's huge that they said I love you though. So
I'm
that
gonna give
carries
it
major points.
I don't know if that's steam.
But we're just talking about sexy stuff.
Did they have any other
cuddling
stuff?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Because he came to bed drunk after Ren. Oh yes, he was full on naked in the water.
Oh yes.
So yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Same. Plot?
There was a lot of holes filled in terms of like Jamie and Jenny and what happened, but like
with Randall when he took her to the room and everything.
But not huge. I would give it a 3.
I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
Feminine power? I mean, just huge on Jenny. Like, that's huge. Like, she's just, like, driving the...
Yeah. I'll say 5.
I'm also gonna put that.
Because, you know, she's been running it. She's been running. And, like, they both kind of held their ground, Claire and Jenny, and then eventually, like, kind of came...
Jenny's a smart cookie.
Together a bit.
She's also smart. Yeah, that's true. I do like how people stop
Costumes and set, I'm gonna give it...
2.
Only a 2. I'm gonna give it a 4 for that wallpaper. I'm
wow!
obsessed.
You really like that wallpaper.
I really do. I like it. And you gave it a 2?
Yes.
And cringe factor, Blackjack Rainbow.
Yeah, when he was with Jenny,
and like the dad dying. And also just seeing Jamie like that, like pompous. I didn't love that.
Neither did I. Not attractive. Not a good look.
Negative.
I'm gonna give it a negative 2.
Okay. So I have a...
So mine is 10.
I have a 12.
Total. Fantastic, people. We are working our way towards the end of season 1, even though we definitely have many episodes to go. This season's long as heck.